Hey, how's it going, everybody? Mobility TV here. One of my special guests, like I would say, because I'm doing live, a little bit of live right now. You know what I mean? Everybody that lets me interview them is a special guest because their time and their patience is very special to me. So I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for this interview.
For
Uh,
sure, for sure.
so, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, if you can?
What's grand? What's grand, everybody out there in TV land? Once again, it's your boy Kingpsy the Memphis Mac. As I, Sean Green is me, bitch. It's all his productions. Holla at your boy. Let's get it.
Hey, man. Basically, this interview is to, life and times of Sean, Memphis Mac, King Psy. Why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of background about yourself? Starting off with the high school that you went to.
Uh, Graduated from East High School out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Hmm.
Born and raised in Memphis, so graduated from East High School. Being Hampton BBB was grand. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Mighty Mustang family. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. The reason why I kind of tap into that type of area first, of where you born and where you raised and stuff like that, because I want to get a little, a little bit of peace, so where I can throw, you know, you are a musician. When
Yes.
and where did the talent come? And when did it kick? When and where did the talent come from? And when did it kick in? At what age?
Well, for me, I come from a long line of gospel singers. You know what I'm saying? I get it from my mom, my grandfather. Family been singing for years in Memphis. I first initially found out that I could sing around about 6 years old. So I've been singing since I was six.
Okay, you've been singing since you were six. So at 6 years old, from what age did you really start taking it serious? Like, sitting down, really writing songs and taking your
Oh
time,
wow.
really perfecting your craft.
I would say as a teenager, I wrote my first song. I was probably like 11, 12 years old.
Hmm.
Really started getting good at it and getting better at it as I continue to sing and listen to different genres of music.
Hmm.
So I would say I got real serious about it probably around about 13, 14 years old, singing in all kinds of talent shows around Memphis, high schools and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So did you were you in any groups or or was it always just a solo venture? Did you happen to,
Nah,
maybe link up with some guys in high school or maybe, after
I
high school?
wish. I mean, I wish I could have just, stayed solo that whole time, but you try to, get in tune with different voices. So, coming from a singing family, I've always been able to, listen and hear different parts and different notes. So, getting with groups, in junior high school, Hughes Junior High, ran to a couple of cats, started singing with them, and then I started getting a little bit more serious about it. But as we all know, a lot of groups don't last, so it was just a junior high thing. And in high school, I tried to do it again. But I soon realized that groups wasn't for me. I was better off being a solo artist because of my style and how I get down. Um, Back then, my attitude was kind of shifty, you know what I'm saying? Gemini stand up, twinning it over here, you know what I'm saying? So I I've sung with a couple of groups, you know what I'm saying, and I've been able to go ahead and learn from, past mistakes and hearing different voices and being able to mix my mind in with my style, as far as being a solo artist.
Yeah. So after that solo venture, this is high school, right?
Yeah.
So you doing your thing in high school. So what was your venture after high school? Did you continue to
Uh,
want to do R&B? Did you go somewhere else, or what happened after high school?
Well, during high school, I started getting my first contracts uh, brought to me and presented to me around about 14. When folks who was ready to sign me. So, but my mom, my parents and stuff, they didn't want me to get off into the music, being as though they understood and knew what music and the music scene was about back then. So, I just continued to do local things and singing at the schools and school plays. And after high school, I went to the military for a couple of years and got out. And just tried to live my life after that. Music wasn't really on my radar that much after high school, after the military, until my brothers decided that they wanted to start a record label called Madhouse Records.
Mm-hmm.
So my oldest brother, my middle brother, yo, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, and my other brother, Ray Kills Carter, you know what I'm saying, who was making all the beats. So we started that early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, and put out a couple of albums, and things didn't go as planned. So I ended up being a solo artist, moved out of state, moved to Texas, worked with a couple of artists down there, and you and just kept trying to live my life, you know what I'm saying, and try to make the best of it.
Yeah. So you saying you moved to Texas, huh? How was that experience?
Oh man, that was a being young at that time, like 21, 22. Um, it was a rough. It was a little rough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no money. I was broke. Staying with family and friends, and then eventually ended up homeless. You know what I'm saying, for a while, and then my father died around about 24, and I moved to Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. So then you moved to Oklahoma. Is it what did you start working or did you
Yeah.
continuously pursue your
I went
career?
back to school because I've always wanted to be a doctor. So I went back to school, got my became a nurse. Was just working with a couple of friends, on music and stuff here and there. Shout out to my homeboy Randy Anderson, you know what I'm saying? And was working with him and my homeboy Broadway on some music and stuff. Did a couple of songs, and music has always been a part of my life. But at that time, I was still trying to find my way. You know what I'm saying? So I did a whole lot of things that I probably wasn't supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So in my younger days, and just tried to live life from that point on.
Yeah, yeah. So, like you said, you lived in Texas, then you moved to Oklahoma. What made you want to move to Seattle? Because I don't hear nothing
Oh,
about Seattle. I don't know what's going on. What's
oh
Seattle?
man, shoot. I moved to Seattle back in 2011. Um, The reason why I moved up here was because it wasn't Memphis. At that time I had moved back to Memphis and went back to school and got my degree as a nurse and was working in that field and then got laid off, and I'm like, yo, ain't no jobs down there. So
Hmm.
I had to go where the money was, and I want always, like I said, I always want to be a doctor. So I checked into the schools and stuff up here and found out that Seattle had one of the best nurse practitioner programs and PA program, physician assistant programs, up here. And I just moved up here and tried to make the best of it, and trying to go back to school and everything. That didn't work out, so I ended up having to work, and then got hurt from work, and tried to find my way in that aspect, and got a little lost, and you know just tried to make the best of it, what's going on here in Seattle, trying to get adjusted and everything, but as always, life happens, you know what I'm saying? And you try to deal with life the best way it comes.
Hmm. So when you got to Seattle, you tried to go to school, and that didn't work. But then, where was the music? Did you stop the music? Did you continue
Nah,
pursuing your
I
music
never,
career?
yeah, I never stopped doing music. I had a cousin that was up here already. So he suggested that I move up here, get a better way of living and everything. And me and him worked on some music when I first got up here, and that didn't work out too well. But we put out a couple of songs, that's out there on all platforms right now, But then I just, was married at the time, and That marriage didn't work out, and trying to live life and going down some wrong paths. And once I got that all behind me, here I am, and eventually started my own production company and music production company and t-shirt line and all that good stuff. So, it's trial and error, you know what I'm saying? Life is all about lessons that you learn while you're living.
Exactly. So during the trial and error, you picked up another entrepreneurial type thing, like doing T-shirts.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
what what,
yeah.
what got you into that? What got you into that? Because I know that wasn't just like
Um,
because at first you just told
no,
me you were
yeah,
singing. Now you got this
yeah,
T-shirt
man.
business.
It was, uh, it was by accident. My homeboy, he always wanted to do music. Shout out to my homeboy L. You know what I'm saying? Cyboy ENT. MPG clothing line. He always wanted to do his own T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? To minimize us going to the malls and buying everybody else's stuff. So we was like, he wants to make his own. So I was like, okay, that sounds like a cool idea. So I had invested a little money in it, in with him to help get him started and everything. And we started making T-shirts and stuff. And I was sitting at home one day and I was like, hey, I'm good at doing it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have the equipment at my own house. So I eventually bought me some more equipment and stuff, to do my own T-shirts, as well as working with him to come up with a bigger scheme of things, and actually monetizing it. At first, it was just about making our own T-shirts, and then people started seeing the T-shirts that we were making. They were like, "Yo, I want that. That's cool. That's dope. Where can I get it?" And it was always about word of mouth that T-shirts and stuff started selling. They started selling a little bit more and more, and we eventually just started selling T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Making them and coming up with different designs and logos, and uh, helping people come up with their own designs for their own T-shirts, and also doing them that way.
Mm, yeah, that's tight, man. So, why don't you give us a little bit of some of the music ventures that you've been doing, like some of the people you collaborated with, did songs with, since you've been in
Oh,
Seattle. Since you've been in
since
Seattle.
I've been in Seattle, man, I've worked with quite a few artists out here. Boogie the Hustle Man got music out with him on all platforms. Memphis Ken, which is my cousin, got music out here with on all platforms. D out of the Dunn got music out here with him. DJ Bankhead, um, and a couple of other artists, that mind, just leave my mind for me. Nomad, my homeboy Nomad, he's also a Seattle rapper out here, so I've done music with quite a few people and doing open mics and stuff. I actually have an open mic tomorrow at Great American Casino. I was invited to come and do a couple of songs, um, and I'm looking forward to it. December 21st. You know what I'm saying? It's right before Christmas and the holidays, so this will be a good venture for me to get out and showcase my skills and talents and bring people together with joy and love.
Yeah, I want to ask you this question. I ask all the entertainers, comedians,
Mhm.
actors this question. How do you prepare yourself for the stage? Like, what do you do? What are your
Ooh.
routines? What are the routines that you do before you get on the
Ah,
stage?
that's a good question. For me, man, I really just tune in, tune out everything around me. I really just get my mind set on um, the task ahead. Putting on a good show, and I might smoke, I might have a drink or something to calm my nerves. Everybody gets a little nervous getting on stage, but I just really try to tap in and stay focused on what it is that I got going on. Do a little sound check if I can. Make sure the mics is warm and make sure my voice is ready to go and I don't have any phlegm or things hindering me from hitting the notes that I usually hit. So singing is totally different from just rapping. So you have to be very prepared uh, and know what you're doing. As smoothly as you can. So I just usually just sit back and soak up the atmosphere. And read the room. And try to give people what they're looking for, and that's a good time. Some good feel good music, I do groove music, so I like to see people happy, dancing, and having a good time.
Give me a good story of when you think that you failed, and then the next time you built from that and got better.
Oh man, There's so many stories. But most recently, had a show, uh, open mic, where I tried a new song, and it wasn't mine. I was doing a cover song, and I got on stage and tried to hit that first note, and it didn't go. It didn't go as well as I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? I hit that first note, and it went huge. I thought I was here, but it was down there, and I'm like, oh we. And but I bounced back from it. You know what I'm saying? I caught myself and get back focused. Talk to the crowd a little bit and calm myself down, calm my nerves down. I think it was just all nerves, and killed it. And ever since then, I just put myself in the mind of, hey, I've been given a gift, I've been given a talent to share with the world, so don't be afraid to, showcase your talents and gifts, do what you know you can do. And so that's what I did, and I've been getting callbacks and invites to different open mics and different shows and things of that nature ever since.
What advice do you have for a young up and coming artist that's been where you've been and trying to get where you are right now?
Oh man, don't stop. Don't stop. Practice your craft, learn your craft, always believe in yourself. Believe that you can always accomplish any goal that you set your mind to. And it'll happen. It it don't happen for everybody. I'm an independent artist. I did the label thing already in the past, and I think it's best that for up and coming artists, if you're an independent artist or even looking to get signed, learn your craft, learn the business. Learn that paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that's happening up under them dotted lines. Before you sign your name on it, learn the business. Learn your craft even more, so you can be able to operate and maneuver in the best way possible and maximize everything that you got coming to you.
Before we leave, do you have a 5-year plan?
Oh yeah, man. I work a 5-year plan every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? 5 years ago, I didn't think that I would have a production company, let alone a t-shirt clothing line. So I look for opportunities to where I can always advance myself, and learn something else. I didn't think that 5 years ago. I didn't think that I would be going back to school. I got one more year of business school. I'll be graduating
Hmm.
with a business degree. So after that, that'll be the end of that 5 years. And 5 years from now, I look to be more independent and working with more artists, having a substantial clothing line as well as other endeavors in business. Hopefully, that I could showcase my skills and talents and gifts and be able to teach and show other people how it's done in the right way. So don't nobody get used or misused or and just every 5 years I just try to be the best me I could always be.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. We're getting ready to get to ending this. You got any last minute words or any last minute advice for some people out there?
One, go and check out my music on all platforms. That's Kingpsy, Kingpsy. That's on all your streaming platforms, wherever you listen to your music at. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, hit me in my inbox if you like anything that you see me wearing. You know what I'm saying? You want to wear it too? You can look as good as I do. You know what I'm saying? With your own personalized, customized t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? From Southboy NT, Vince Stole, his production. Uh, and man, just keep going. Anybody that has a gift. And that's willing to learn. Just keep doing what you do. Keep climbing that ladder. Continue to progress yourself. You know what I'm saying? Taking one day at a time. Don't nothing happen overnight, brother. So just keep grinding and keep shining. You did.
Dig? Yeah, man, that was I appreciate the interview, man. That was a hell of a piece right there, man. You know what I mean?
For sure, for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Appreciate you having me, brother.
No, anytime, brother. You know what I mean? Hopefully, just many more interviews we have together. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
I'm sure this won't be the last. You know, you one of my business partners too, so you know we gotta help each other out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, scratch my back, I scratch yours. You know, it's
You know what I
always
mean?
good to have people that's in the business. You know what I'm saying? That's always looking to evolve.
Exactly. Ditto. So yeah, man, this Mobility TV. You know what I'm saying? This was a blessed interview, and guess what? We out. Peace.
Peace, bitches. Oh, his yeah. Holla at your boy.